This will be a full match ranked commentary as a Dagger pistol dash Daredevil. And I'm running the Deadly Arts version, even though the Shadow Arts version is meta, because I feel that the role of Thief is not to survive as long as possible. That's the role of a duelist. The role of a Thief is to get kills. Now, obviously, being Shadow Arts allows you to focus on that more because you don't have to worry about surviving, but you end up being worse at your role in doing so, and it makes you more of a duelist to go Shadow Arts, which isn't your role in the first place. And yeah, if you need that role, then going Shadow Arts could be good, but if you don't, like in a very bunkery meta like we're in right now, then I believe that Deadly Arts is better. And even then, Sword Dagger Deadly Arts would be even better, but I like to play Deadly Arts Dagger Pistol, so here we go. This is going to be a commentary focused around how to get kills. So a lot of people ask me, how do you kill on Thief? Like, everything seems so tanky. Well, it's mostly about understanding the enemy matchup. So when are the kill conditions on the enemy? Like when to interrupt their heal, when you need to blow everything to get the kill now to prevent them from getting their heal cooldown up. So I'm going to be talking about that a lot right now. And obviously focusing targets, as you can see. We've got a target up, I've targeted someone, but I see that there's another target. So you always want to be willing to swap targets if your team finds something better. You don't want to tunnel vision if there's a better option, but you do kind of want to tunnel vision if you're getting progress on a kill. And I see that their Thief is kind of low, so I'm chasing them off, but they go into stealth, and that's the Shadow Arts heal, so immediately I know that they've got a full reset, so I don't tunnel vision on that kill anymore. I swap targets, go back to what my team is hitting. We get 2 downs, but they get rallied by a banner, but that also means that they're easy pickings once again. So I go in for the kill once again, and I get jumped on by the Thief. And this is all fine, by the way, that we're like overcommitting into mid, because this is Legacy, and the mid node on Legacy is worth quite a bit. Not because it's worth more points, but because it's easier to defend. So if we can, it's also easier to prevent people from full capturing. So if we overinvest now, then we can hold the cap for longer, and it'll become a good investment later. So the fact that we don't have sides right now is not really my job, first of all, because I'm not the 1v1er. I do go for a decap here because my team is not really, it's not looking like we have a kill potential there, and yeah, we're dying. So I try to prevent the stomp here, but that doesn't work out, and I get revealed by the support warrior. So I basically die because I overinvest into that situation and forgot that support warriors have reveals. So I'm gonna die here, and that's unfortunate, but I think it was the right play still to overinvest into mid, even though we didn't really get too much out of it, because first of all, it's not my job. So that's one thing you don't want to do, is try to do a job that you aren't really fitted for, because if you're fighting other duelists, say like hollows, yeah, maybe you can 1v1 a hollow, but it's, first of all, not likely that you're gonna win unless you highly outplay them, and second of all, it's a waste of your time. You don't want to waste your time. You want to be looking for kills constantly. So if you have trouble killing people, it's because you're not looking for kills, probably. So when I play Deadly Arts DP, I usually ignore caps until I've got kills. So you want to go for kills first, because if you prioritize the cap before the kill, then the enemy is given that much more time and luxury to survive. So you want to prioritize that kill so that you get the kill. I know that sounds kind of obvious, but there are certain actions that I will perform in this match that you'll see that prioritize kills. So I'm just helping my home node there a little bit by baiting them off of them. But then I go into mid and try to go for this kill. I see that they have a support warrior, so I steal to prevent that banner going off again. But they have 2 supports. I think both teams have 2 supports. Yeah, one side has a support guardian, and then the other side has a support firebrand. So both have a support firebrand and both have a support warrior. Quite a tanky meta. So we do get those kills though, because our team lands really nice CC, and I do some nice cleave with the warrior stolen ability into that. And now I go for the decap far. Notice how I haven't really gone for decaps unless I've got nothing else to do. Always go for the kill first, because that is your role. And since we've wiped their whole team, I go for the full cap because I can afford to. Not because that's my job or that's something that we need right now, but just because there's nothing else to do. So I'm taking this 2v2 with my team because we've got kills on home, so we're doing pretty fine on the map. And I see that they're going into mid, so I try to reinforce mid. I get like I think their warrior was shouting at me from mid, but I also have the thief trying to 1v1 me at far. Now thief 1v1s will always result in the node being decap, because that's just how it works out. Maybe not like an SD thief 1v1, you can probably hold the node like that, but if I'm going versus a Shadow Arts thief, they're going to win the 1v1 if I'm trying to hold the node, because they can just always get the opener on me. They don't have to worry about holding the node. So I immediately leave that, go to mid and get kills and outnumber that 4v3. Yes, I do lose far node as a result, but I'm going to lose it anyways. There's this idea of don't invest into something that you're not going to get results out of. Like 1v1ing a thief, yeah, maybe I can get the kill, but chances are that they can also just do the same thing that I do and just leave before they're dying. Now I do go in for the same reason here, because I know that a thief 1v1 results in a decap, so I can actually force a decap and then get out, and that gives me a lot of value, because now they've got to spend more time capping the node again. So while this is an unfavored 1v1, now it is kind of like a favorable situation, because the Shadow Arts thief has to go into stealth to gain the advantage in the 1v1, which means that I have a little bit more chances to get decap ticks. And now that I do have the decap, I can just leave, because even though it's kind of like an even 1v1 at this point, I really don't want to sit there for a full cap, right? I want to be getting momentum from my team, debunkering the map, because if the map is less even, in favoring us, then there's less chances that we make a mistake and wipe. Even though it's sort of like a stalemate right now, we don't want to have any kind of like volatility happening, because we own the map. If I keep snowballing while we own the map, well, then that secures our hold on the map. So in a lot of situations, just getting kills is important. You just want to kill things, and that lets you hold nodes. You want to kill things, and that lets you gain the nodes. And mechanically, how you want to be killing people is usually pressing the 2 skill. Heartseeker and your Cluster Bomb are generally the hardest hitting abilities, but there are a lot of different permutations of combos that you can do. So like if you open on someone with like a backstab, and by the way, we weren't paying attention, so the Guardian gets a res here, but yeah, if you backstab someone, that has a sort of aftercast to it, but Shadow Shot has a very quick opener to it, right? So if you backstab into Shadow Shot, that's generally a very quick combo that'll do a lot of damage in a short amount of time. And then you just have like just spamming Heartseeker into your Black Powder into Steel combo that I just did right there. So you get a nice Heartseeker and Steel, which you'll have Mug with my build, and then you can backstab right after. And then if you have even more initiative, you could do a Shadow Shot after that. And then after you do your burst, you kind of usually want to be short bow spamming with your 2 skill, the Cluster Bomb, while you're waiting for your Steel, because the Steel really enables a lot of your Dagger pistol damage. So in this 2v2, what I'm doing is peeling for my guardian whenever the thief jumps on him. So we know that their thief can potentially get the kill on our guardian. But if I peel from my guardian, that allows our guardian to survive, and then we can regroup and attack their guardian. So how that 2v2 kind of works is you want to make sure your teammate doesn't die, but you also want to invest your damage on something that's killable, right? Because the thief isn't really killable in a 2v2 because they can just disengage. And we give up mid here, and that immediately signals to me that I should go decap home, because we don't need to invest into mid anymore because they've given up that huge investment and it's going to take a while to get it back. So their thief, I believe, goes for the decap on side, so now the whole map is neutralized, so we just need to re-snowball and get kills. So that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm going for the kill, and we arrive a little bit early because we're getting some good kills here. And yeah, they have it down there. It's in stealth, so we need to keep cleaving, but I steal into their hollow so that they can't spam grenades on that situation. So yeah, we have a down on their side, and we're winning this fight. But now one of ours goes down, and I don't really want to be near that because that's really volatile and I could just instantly die. So I'm just trying to counter pressure, and we actually get a kill on their hollow, which is nice. So now we're snowballing the map. I don't need to cap nodes though. One of our duelists or bunkers needs to cap mid, and someone needs to go sides. So I noticed that their guardian is home. I can't 1v1 that, so I'm just kind of waiting for my teammates to rotate out. So I'm just peeling for them, getting kills with them until they decide to go for a node, because I can't really fight for node. So, you know, a thief can't stand on node for a long time, even in a 1v1. So I eventually, let them go into home. We get decapped on mid, which is kind of unfortunate because all that snowballing was kind of like for nothing. But at this point, I can't do anything about it because I'm not going to go full cap mid now, because that means that, you know, we're going to lose far, right? So I do stay into far. We actually have one of our teammates DC, so we're going to lose home, and it's going to be a very unfortunate situation. But in this 3v3, pretty much I'm just spamming cluster bombs. We don't really have a target here because they have two bunkers and a thief. So it's like, well, I can't focus any of the bunkers because they're healing each other. And then the thief, well, that's just gonna disengage whenever it wants. So it's very tricky to find the target here. But now we're 3v4. So immediately our guardian, or actually our warrior, notices that we're outnumbered and starts to disengage, which is good. We disengage with him and try to snowball into mid, where our necro is fighting the hollow. So I do see that, we're going to be snowballed into mid, so I go for the decap on home because our whole team is dying anyways, so that's me staying there is going to do nothing to save them. So getting the decap is probably the best idea here. Even though it doesn't really progress the map, it does stall it. And even though I don't want to stall, I'd rather progress. Progression isn't really possible in this situation where we've been 4v5 for a while. And me stalling these two players here is also pretty good, because it allows us to regroup a little bit, as long as I don't die. If I die, then we're kind of in a bad situation. And here, this is not a good 2v2 for us, because I don't want to be fighting support and DPS as a roamer DPS. And I have the thief on me too, so gotta be careful here. But I do have the cooldowns to escape, and I'll be fine. I don't want to be fighting this thief in roads right now, because the position we are on the map right now is in a losing position, right? So I don't want to. If I'm in a winning position, fighting the other thief is fine because it's stalling the map, right? But if I want to keep the map progressing, then I want to ignore the enemy thief, right? So at this point, I got the kill at mid, which is good. So if I look at the scoreboard, they're going to win if we allow them to hold far for long. So I do need to go there and decap that. So we're put into a 2v2 with a thief and a dragon hunter with our firebrand. And I'm kind of low, but the enemy thief goes into stealth with the blinding powder. So we actually get the decap there. And yeah, so as I said before, I want to peel the thief off of my guardian, and they actually land a really nice, I think that was a pull from their fire tome. So we actually get the kill there. And that's going to allow us to not only decap the node, but to prevent them from killing us, right? Because if they kill us, then they're going to get it back. So you want to play aggressively a lot of times too, because if you kill them, then they can't kill you. And I play very aggressively here, just spamming Heartseeker, because I know that, yeah, I might die, but my teammate might also die too. So we both need to play as aggressively as possible and peel for each other. And I did know that the thief was respawning, so I'm just playing very safe here, trying to stall as long as possible. If you look at the scoreboard, the game is ending, so all I need to do is delay. I don't need to overinvest into that cleave situation. I just need to hold the body as long as I can so that the match ends without them dying. So yeah, that is kind of how you get kills as thief, how you progress the map. And if you like this kind of video, like it and subscribe and leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next one.